Someone say the Great Commission. Say the Great Commission. Should I flash your mind back to the fact that when Jesus died, you died with all your former ambitions, all your former aspirations, all your natural interests, if you like. Whatever you were born or you imagined or you were told that you were called to fulfill with your natural birth ended the day you died with Christ. And so now that we have resurrected, 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse number 15, he said those who now live should no longer live for themselves, but they should live for him. So he now came to them, he said, brothers, you have one mission now. It is to witness. If you are a Christian, are you to work? Yes. The disciples continue to work. One of the visits of Jesus Christ was to them at the place of their business, the fishing point at the sea. They worked, but the work didn't take them away from the assignment of witness. Paul was a tent maker. He didn't abandon his work by the reason of his conversion, but the work sustained him to fulfill the mission. So he said, I have to work with my hands so that I will not be a burden to the church, so that I will be able to freely witness, freely preach the gospel. So that we are saying that Jesus Christ has given us a mandate and a commission, which is to witness for him by the reason of our life. It doesn't mean that we are not to do anything. You know, somebody will just say, Jesus Christ appeared to me, he said I should just go and be preaching for him, that you should be preaching, or I should go and be witnessing for him. Doesn't mean you should not do something to witness. We witness through our work. When you are a correct businessman, in the place of your business, you can witness the truth of Jesus. You can preach to customers with your mouth and with your life. The way you do the things you do well. If you are a lecturer, it's a platform to preach. It's a platform for conversion. It's a platform for witnessing. If you are a teacher, it's a platform. If you are a businessman, it's a platform. If you are a government worker, if you are a civil servant, it's a platform. Especially in this dark world, we need witnesses in the business place. We need witnesses in politics. Yes, more than ever before. Daniel was a witness in government. Check your scriptures. So it doesn't mean that because we have died and we have resurrected with Jesus, now we should fold our hands. The only thing to do now is to carry Bible and go around, because we need to preach the scriptures. But also in our work, we can preach Jesus. And also, very carefully, let me quickly complement it, that our work must never be an obstacle, must never be an obstacle, must never be a reason not to preach or not to do what God wants us to do, which is to witness for him. At any point that your life, your status, your work, or whatever becomes an obstacle or impedes on witnessing, there's a problem. There's a conflict. Then you have to choose preaching the gospel. The apostles, as they started preaching the gospel, they had an encounter that the high priest, the chief priest in the temple that time, they gave them the option. You either belong to this temple by not preaching that you're Jesus, or you get out of this place. So they had to choose between the temple. Yes, the disciples didn't deliberately abandon the temple. They were witnesses, and they were witnessing inside the temple. Every time they give them the platform, they give them the opportunity. Go and read your scriptures in Acts of the Apostles. To come to minister in the temple, they witness for Jesus. And so they said, brethren, come. You will either stop witnessing for Jesus or you leave this temple. So they chose it. Peter had to say, brethren, what shall we choose? Is it to obey you or to obey Jesus, the one we have seen? And they chose to obey Jesus. Your work must never be an obstacle. Your work must be the pulpit. Your work must be where you witness Jesus Christ from. Either it's business, either it's you are a civil servant, it's government work. For in him we move, we live, and we have our being.